Hey, what's up, we're Life Without Pants with another Path of Exile video, and in today's video we're doing more science. We're back with science and we're looking at a blight farm in Toxic Sewer. This is something that Muzz, hey Muzz, has been banging on about since God was a boy in the Twitch chat. So very briefly we're going to, let's take a look at our tree real quick. So we're gonna block off everything apart from Blight and Metamorph, because we're going to throw in some Metamorph as well. We go straight over to the Blight wheel over here. Spores in the Wind, not actually very useful to us, and I don't really need the reduced cost of building and upgrading towers. So we're just taking Immune Response, which is 100% faster spawn, and that's really, really good. I really like that. I wish it could go a bit faster. We're taking Replicated Results and Organ Donor. We're taking the Blight wheel chance, the Blight chance wheel over here. We're taking the Lucky Chests and Epidemiology for extra Lucky Chance. We're not taking Mycelial Swarm because we're forcing it with a Scarab, so we don't really need that. And we're not taking these ones either. We're taking Wrath of the Cosmos and Word of Exarch, so that we can get lots and lots of juicy invites and pack size from our invites. We're going over here taking Catalyzing Fluids and Escaped Experiment, so you get a Rogue Metamorph every so often, and this is this just gives you more catalysts basically. Obviously we're taking the Top Hat and 50% chance to spawn the Exarch, so Top Hat is really, really good. We're taking this Conquerors node here, so we get a increased chance to drop a Conqueror map. I didn't take this one because I wasn't sure on how valuable it was going to be, although it is a 3% flat chance, which is pretty good, and I think we might take that in the future. We're obviously taking Distilled Fungus, so we can drop Anointed Jewellery, and this is really, really important because you get a lot of stuff from this. And these small nodes give us extra chance to get rewards from Blight bosses. We're taking these for extra blighted maps and oils, and the oil extractor. This is super good. We really, really have a lot of oil extractors already. I'm, halfway through the science already, at least. And then over here, we're taking reduced magnitude of damage granted to metamorphs, and we're taking, more fine specimens for more damage, more life, but a chance to get double rewards. So, oh, and also, apart from that, we're taking all the map drop duplication nodes that we can, that are reasonable for us to get, because these will... they have the chance to duplicate the blighted maps you drop from the blight chests from the blight. So we're taking all these. I think in total we've got, is a 16.5% chance to for map drops to be duplicated, which is fairly decent, and you do notice it. We're also taking mining byproducts. So we've got the Niko tech going. Sulfite veins and chests in your maps have 10% chance to also contain an equal amount of azurite. Now, this means that on average, 1 in 3 maps, you'll get an amount of azurite. And I think, let's just do calculator here. Let's do science. From what I remember, it's 300 azurite for a single slot resonator, and it's around 130 for a divine. So you're looking at 39k azurite for a divine from this, and it happens 1 in 3 maps, and on average 1 in 3.3 maps, and you get around 2.8k ish. It depends what kind of quant you've got on your maps and what kind of scarab you're using as well, obviously. So that's what we're taking there. We're also taking this because it's just 2 points. To get packed with energy, and that means you get +1 to max res for each time you boop the sulfite vein in your maps, and you get increased damage as well and move speed. So that's really, really good. And Yeah, and then we're just blocking everything else. And let's take a look at our setup as well. So we've got just maps. I just rolled these for, I just chiseled out. I didn't vial them. And oh, it contains a smuggler's cache. Nice. I don't think that will work because I have heist blocked. But I put this in and I've got a rusted metamorph scarab. So we get a metamorph. 35% increased maps found in area. I think this is really, really good because it also affects the blight as well, the blight nodes. A gilded blight scarab. Now these I think are like 6C or something like that. I think I paid 6 or 7C. You can get them in bulk for 40 for a divine pretty easily. And then polished sulfite scarabs, and this means you get 40% more sulfite, and that's quite important because the sulfite is replicated by the azurite, so you get a lot of azurite as well. And if we look at our scarabs, I've just got generic pack size scarabs, and not scarabs, sextants, just generic pack size sextants. 8 packs of monsters. I went for the 16 ones because they were like 10C or something like that. They're really, really cheap still. And so I got packs of monsters that convert when killed, mana recovery, additional packs that heal, packs that deal cold damage, packs that deal fizz damage. These are really, really cheap things. I think they're the cheapest ones you can get with 16 uses, and we're doing 100 maps. I want to say I'm not going to do 100 maps again. And that's a lie, because after I've done this, we're immediately going to start another 100 maps. So, and we're not, one thing you may notice is we're not taking the Sextant, which gets the oils to be 1 tier higher. And that was because I wanted it to just be easy, more sort of Alk and go than having to apply a Sextant all the time. Obviously, I'm applying Sextants anyway, so let's just jump into a map and see what it's like, and we can take a look together. So, first things first, I always look for the these. This is the little sulfite things because you get +1 max res, which means 4% less elemental damage taken overall, which is really, really good. Let's see, take the burning ground. I think most of these are fine for my build, but if we do this, then we got this just kill some stuff and get safe here. You can see we've got this sulfite intoxication. You have increased movement speed, damage, and additional maximum elemental resistances, and that's really, really good, especially as the metamorphs can be, for my build, can be quite rippy. Maybe for your build they're fine, but I think for metamorphs it's really, really useful to have these. Here's that smuggler's cache. And predictably, it did not drop anything because we cannot drop rogue markers or contracts or anything like that. But the way I do this is I look out for these sulfite things first, primarily. If I find Cassia, then I will do it straight away unless the other sulfite things are nearby. Let's just start up the blight here, and I think our total chance to get extra blight. Oh, this is a perfect blight. So we have just 1 node, and the way blight works, I'm sure you already know this, but the way blight works is that it will send the what is this? The pump? Yeah, the pump will send out a number of tendrils in between. I think up to 5, 8 or 6, I think, and those will spawn these little portals here, as you can see. This is the number of rewards, 7 rewards, and then how many chests you will get, and then there's oh, whoops, I died. Terrible. This is really, really good showcase, as you can see. We might not fail this one because we can probably get back in quick enough. Yeah, sometimes I have failed. I think we're close to being done on 100 maps, but I think I've failed twice. And it was always because you can get a boss, and the boss, I think, it just jumped straight to the pump. It was a really, really short blight. I think the minimum distance of the tendrils should be increased a little bit, but the boss just jumps straight to the tendrils. You can also, I think, meteor towers for this are really good. There's an anoint that I have on my rings. For your meteor towers create burning ground for 3 seconds on hit. So that means when you hit the enemies, then you'll just get meteor towers. You'll get burning ground underneath them. And that means that for my build, I actually have burning ground built in as well when I kill something. So then it's just like a chain reaction. So one enemy dies and drops burning ground, and then the next enemy dies and drops burning ground, and it keeps going and going and going. So you'll always get one blight reward. One lane will have a blight reward, guaranteed, every blight that you do. And this is one of the oil extractors. So the oil extractor, I think over here, I can just show you really. So this is got steadfast plus 4 to maximum fortification. I don't know if this is any good. Let's go and have a look. Where is this? Not there. So if we search for steadfast, then maybe it's around here. And oh wow! So this is gold, and sepia. So the way these oil extractors work, this is going to be really, really profitable for us. You basically right-click on the oil extractor, and it destroys the item, but it recovers one of the oils. So we've got a 2 in 3 chance to get a gold oil here. We did, so that's like 50C. There is currently no way for a loot filter to determine if the Anoint uses a gold oil for amulets. But for rings, there is. So my loot filter has gold coloring for golden oil infused rings and silver for silver anointed rings. Anyway, so you're always going to get these blight chests, and see we got a silver oil here. You can get a lot of these maps as well. I am picking up all the oils, so then I'm going to upgrade them all to silver. We got 3 blighted maps. They can be worth in between, depending on the tier, anywhere between 5C for a tier 13, which is the lowest one that drops in T16 maps as far as I'm aware. So in between 5C for that and 15 for a tier 16 map. And that means I think one, like it varies. Sometimes you get 0 maps, sometimes you get a lot of maps. And I think the most I got in one map was 11 blighted maps, which is insane. And also I dropped a golden oil in that map as well, so that was a particularly good map. Okay, so we killed everything in the zone. We didn't get an additional blight, which is a shame. I think I've got around let's have a look. Can we search for blight? I'm not sure what the additional chance is or where it is. It's probably here. Oh, 30% chance to contain a blight encounter. But because we're blocking all the other stuff, then it feels like way more than 30%. And for metamorph stuff, I would just go currency. Catalyst is probably the best one. It's mainly why we're doing it. And because of the nodes we've chosen, we can assemble an additional metamorph. So this is a particularly, I've got a lot of energy shield, this one, but I think we'll kill it. A lot of the metamorphs I've come across, they drop some kind of, you can see here we drop some kind of caustic or burning ground, some kind of ground degen. GGG loves them ground degens, and it's quite fitting that one of the best things for Blight is for our ground degens to affect the monsters in a pretty impactful way. But yeah, so far I think this is a really, really good farming strat. I think we're making really good money with it. I think I'm gonna kill this metamorph, and then we're gonna go ahead in time, and you'll see future Life Without Pants, and we will be discussing our results. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's the future. We are finally done. Oh my god, we're finally done. And we have the results. So let's just look at our costs first. So we had just generic monster pack size sextants. There's 16 use ones. We had 24 of those. They cost 10C each. Some of them cost 9, some of them cost 11. They cost around 12C each. You saw them earlier on. The Gilded Blight Scarabs, the most expensive thing here, they cost 7C each, which is more than I was expecting at the beginning. But then we got the Polished Cartography Scarabs. Those are 4C each. Rusted Metamorph 1C. They're actually like 0.5 or 0.7, something like that. but I'd much rather be like a little bit conservative with our estimates. And then we got the Toxic Sewer map. These are 4C each. You can get them much cheaper, and also you can just take, you can just go to your map tab and get any, say, I know this, any T16 map, and get some horizon orbs if you have them sitting around, and then boop it until it turns into a Toxic Sewer map. Anytime now. Yeah, there you go. So that's an easy way to get them. I think this is actually how I bought them. But I'm still going to include this in here anyway. And then, yeah, chisels and alks. Nothing too special here. This was, I was trying to make it as alk-and-go as possible. We didn't choose anything on the map device. There was no Kirak mod. I'm not really sure it would synergize too well with this. Perhaps Domination, because you get shrines and it just makes the map easier. Breaches in Toxic Sewer, nah. Beyond, Harbinger, perhaps. And Delirium and Ritual, 100% no. So, how did we do? Well, we got, how many was it? 363 blighted maps. I don't think that's going to fit in my little 5x12 slot here. So, yeah, 363 blighted maps. That's 8.5 divines in total. I'm looking at making an AFK blight farmer next to use up all these. When I, like if I want to do something else for 5 minutes, or just, do something, set the little dude going with a blighted map, and then ignore it for a while and then come back and loot. That sounds like fun to me. That sounds like a good build idea. We got a truck ton of maps, and I also noticed that I have Underground Sea favorited for reasons, and I noticed that the vast majority of our blighted maps are Underground Sea. So next time, something I would do is I would come here to next time, in the next time that we do this. Our Blighted Toxic Sewer map is probably the most expensive one here. At 12C, I think. Where's Underground C? It's 11C. So yeah, we could have gone for something a little bit more expensive, like 12C or something like that. But I think this is pretty good. So good to know. I have the excellence data up here. So if we just do blighted, and then it'll show us 136 of these 363 maps are Underground Sea. So that's around a third. Yeah, we've got a truck ton of other maps as well. It bleeds into here. We got, I think, like six Conqueror maps and 4 Elder/Shaper Guardian maps. Fossils, Scarabs. The essences came to only half a divine. But they're all upgraded to deafening if possible. These are essences you drop from the blight chests. So I think that's probably the best way. You could take essence on the Atlas passive tree. I'm considering it, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with that yet. All these rings, these are rings with an anoint on that give a gold or silver oil. I have not included these in the data, so this is without all these. Like, these are all 50-50 on a gold or a silver oil, all of them. So that's going to be quite a lot of money. I think at least 2 divines, I'm going to say, conservatively, maybe 4. I'm going to find out. Basically, I'm going to finish this video, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to tell you how much it was afterwards. So we've got Scarabs, we got essences, we got a ridiculous amount of catalysts, around 800 in total. If we just go to Excellence and do Catalyst, yeah, 4 divines in catalysts, and obviously, you can see the drop rates pretty clearly here. So only 7 accelerating catalysts and 7 unstable catalysts, and then fertile catalysts next. But 1 billion intrinsic catalysts. I'm going to vendor all the intrinsic catalysts and hope that they turn into something better, because the intrinsic catalysts not really worth that much. Also, the imbued catalysts and abrasive ones, those are all going to get vendored as well. We got lots of oil extractors. I think if we go to, just put oil in here, then we can see we got 116 oil extractors. That's more than enough for all these rings. I think we got maximum like around 75, maybe close to 80. So more than enough. We're going to sell the rest, 6C. We got 12 golden oils and 52 silver oils. I got all the oils I could, like all clear. I picked up every single oil. Clear, sepia, verdant, teal, etc., etc. I upgraded them all until they got to silver. Now, this is probably not a good idea because I think if we go to the oils section here, opalescent oils are 7C. And you use 3 of them to upgrade to a silver. So that's 21, and the silver's 18. So maybe you don't want to do that, because I guess that's 3C times 52, so it's 150C. So it's almost a divine. Or it's 3/5 of a divine that you could possibly get if you're just selling opalescence or you're just selling them tier for tier. We got, you know, lots of stack decks. You still drop lesser Eldritch Ichors, even though we're spec'd into Eater of World. I mean, into the Burnie Boy, into the Searing Exarch. So you still drop stuff from the right hand side, and that's because there are currency reward chests from doing the blights. We got, I think, around a divine in Sextant. So we got a divine in just chaos, 1.5 divines in stack decks, loads of other bubblegum currency. And then yeah, here's the oils. We got 4 invitations, which is nice, and then 3 raw divine drops. One of them dropped from from the pump. One of them dropped from a monster next to the boss. And one of them dropped from a currency reward chest. So I feel like it's actually okay to include those in this, because from 100 maps, I think that's a reasonable amount of divines to get, especially when you're chiseling and alking all your maps. Now let's talk about Niko. So the Niko tech, I haven't actually checked yet, but I think we earlier on in the video I told you that if you go to Niko, you can buy these primitive chaotic resonators. So we've got 66,000 azurite. So that's like almost 2 divines worth of these. And they're 300 azurite each. They sell for, I think it's 130 for a divine. I think I have mine pegged at. Let's have a look here. Oh, 126. So it's definitely closer to 2 divines in total, so I'll just buy those. I'm not going to include those, but I think it's reasonable to do that. Things I didn't include were incubators. I didn't include the organs. We got 1 or 2 organs. This is just half of them. The jewels. There's some notable drops. We got a Doriani's prototype with very good rolls. We got some Calm Spirit. I got some breach rings and stuff. Also of note is we got an Uber Elder. I didn't include any cards apart from which one is it? It's Society's Remorse. So I turned in all the Society's Remorse cards because this is something you get for booping the sulfite veins. So this turns up a lot, and I mean you only get Obliteration. It doesn't really affect the stats too much, but I feel that's reasonable to include. All the other things though, like these, I got 3 chaotic dispositions, but I didn't include those. Lots of other stuff. We got an Uber Elder Fragment card, Eldritch Decay, and we also got Monochrome as well. And I think this is like 60C, yeah. So these things we also didn't include. I didn't include this invitation either, because I think like in 100 maps you're probably going to get 1 invitation at least. We also dropped an Astromentis and 3 memories, which I think is quite interesting. So it's like around 1 in 33 chance, or 1 in 30 maps. I think you can look forward to getting a memory. Obviously these invitations, and then we got a few beyond currencies because I rolled on some maps. Like I said, 3 divines. We got 4 exalts, 0 nulls, which is unusual. And then 6 links. I think this was we always got these at the same time, so we didn't get any 6 links just on their own. We always got them in batches, so it was just 4 at once. And I think there was another time I got like 3 at once, but they were all corrupted, so I vended them and did not include the fusings in here. But this is just from one of those God Touch monster conversion things where you just get a billion 6 links. So that's it. It's pretty good. I mean, this is a really, really good farm. I think I'm definitely going to do it again. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, which is invest in my character with the profits. And maybe I can stop dying so much. I'm so good at inspecting the floor. But look, we got 22% of a level. And man, those metamorphs are rippy. And I'm very much looking forward to removing metamorph from my Atlas passive tree. So I'm going to move into the future now. And I'll see you in a bit. I'm just going to go and check out all these rings. And I think there were 2 amulets I picked up just because I noticed that they were the right kind of amulet. They're the right kind of anoints. So yeah, I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, and we're done. So here we have the results. I used up all these oil extractors here. And we've got another 18 golden oils. And I mean, 10 golden oils is 2 divines, and then we got 20 silver oils. So these were 50-50 gambles on the rings. I don't know, really gamble, but it's a 50-50 chance whether you get the valuable one or the trash one. So I got what 30, 38, 42 here, and then less than that over here, significantly less. But again, some of them are, double silver, and some of them are gold and silver, etc. So obviously, it's weighted. We're weighting towards the gold and silver oils. I added in the sulfite, well, the resonators, because that's part of the strategy. I don't think it's out of the ordinary, and we're looking at all set. We're looking at 51.5 divines, and obviously lots of these things sell much higher in bulk. So I think 50 divines is very reasonable to call it. And if we take a look at how much we spent, so we pumped in 22C per map, which is, it's a fair investment. It's not nothing. It's not as much as a daily strat, but this is very, very easy, relaxed strat, I must say. And basically we got a half a divine per map out, without a doubt. So I think this is a really, really good strat. I'm going to test out, the next thing for me is going to be testing out this oils found in your map are 1 tier higher. So I'm going to record down how much I made from oils alone in this, and Muzz, I'm going to do some science just for you, just to see how much of a difference that does make. I guess it should be around 1/3, but it should also be only 1/3 of the oils 3 times more of the oils minus these oils that we got from the jewelry. So that's what it should be. I guess we'll find out and see what it is. I'm also going to swap the tree around a bit. I think, definitely going to be dropping Metamorph. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to dropping Metamorph. And then I think I'm going to chuck on Remnants of the Past. Maybe I've got this is a sneak peek. Sorry for the flashbang. Sneak peek of what I'm considering now. So yeah, taking Remnants of the Past, taking this Vivid Memory, so the synth map drop chance. And yeah, this is 121 out of 132 points. So not sure exactly where I'm going to go with this next. But if you subscribe, you'll get a notification about the next video as soon as it comes out. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. I'm going to do another one of these for sure. So with that said, thanks so much. I love you all very much. I hope you're kind to everyone you meet. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.